Then, in March 2005, another pair of Davis teenagers vandalized 2 churches and 2 schools, causing more than $30,000 worth of property damage and leaving racial epithets spray-painted on the buildings. While over 150 residents gathered at a local vigil, and elected officials declared, again, "Not in our community," other Davis adults wondered if the city was overreacting. Students at Davis High had had enough. They were being identified with acts of hate. The apathy over these several events had to stop.
There was hate crimes. Everybody knows about, how people came and they had swastikas on a bunch of churches, kill the niggers, kill the Jews.
Some people write off as kids being kids, which is one of those things that still makes me angry to this day. I don't see how you can call hate crime kids being kids.
I wanted to do something in response to the hate crimes that had happened. I wanted to make a statement that students at the school are not apathetic. We really care about what's going on, and we want adults to care about what's going on.
I mean, the research is great by itself, but that's all it is research. I mean, people can choose to look at it or not. The research can be ignored.
We just wanted to get the students involved so there could be some sort of outcry.
They did it in a very respectful manner.
We really didn't want to hurt the school because we knew that the school wasn't responsible for the actions, and so we didn't want to take money away from the school.
It was very organized.
I didn't really know what they were doing until I received a flyer.
We actually went to Principal Mike Cawley.
At first they were just, buzzing here and there. What's going on? Like, what is this?
Mr. Cawley, we want to do something. We feel like a walkout is necessary. It's the right thing to do. We're going to do this. Can you support us? And he said yes.
Yeah, I fooled him.
We didn't expect that. We thought he was going to go ballistic.
We basically orchestrated this walkout within 12 hours.
We made an announcement over the intercom, very dramatic.
That there was going to be a walkout.
That march brought a bunch of people together.
Everybody walked out of class, came to the quad.
And Tanvir, like a powerful speaker, Rod, just as powerful.
And I gave the speech in the middle, then Rod gave his speech.
They were just speaking like, man, this is Davis, like this is our community. This stuff is going on. We can't let it be dormant anymore, We've got to reveal what's going on.
We picked up her sign, End Apathy, this big sign. And I was in front, and I was leading the charge, and I was walking.
Agreeing that there had to be something done about the problem. It made me not feel so alone.
The energy was it shifted from this confusion to like this organized flow, like, all right, this is our mission statement, this is what we're gonna do.
We just let her in. We had rehearsed it, we had coordinated it, but as it happened,
get up and actually do something about it, make an active change right here, right now.
Rod ran up to me, we were a few blocks down, Tanvir, slow down, dude. And I look behind me and there's this huge gap and everybody else is way behind. I'm like, crap.
Tanvir just shoots out right afterwards, and we had Seamus on the guitar, and we had he starts playing right away. Tanvir comes at me with the sign, so I had to duck. I almost got taken out by the End the Apathy sign. How funny would it have been if I had ran through End the Apathy sign to start the march,
Oh man,
that was a wild night, man.
I'm a pretty reserved guy. I'm not very outgoing, but I was so passionate those 3 or 4 days that even now I can feel all of these emotions well up inside me. That those 3 or 4 days I was a man on a mission. one important aspect of our walkout was to link it with an action plan. We wanted to do something with it, implementing a course where race and social justice would be talked about much more openly.
As a way to prevent hate crimes and improve the social environment that gives rise to such acts, scholars reissued their request for a Davis High class that would address these issues and train students to create a different community than they were experiencing.
To plan a course in race relations that would align with state standards, where the kids could be in class with one another every day, talking about these issues, building relationships, and then having a lot more time to practice presentations and maybe even consulting with statistics classes and history classes when many projects came up.
It wasn't just, raising emotion, getting people excited about something, and then that's it.
A second cohort of scholars was trained during the 2005-2006 school year. To avoid confusion with Youth in Focus, the organization, the group changed its name to Catalyst for Social Justice, or the CSJ Student Research Scholars. A third cohort of CSJ scholars underwent an abbreviated training during the 2006-2007 school year. They explored the biracial experience of growing up in Davis and updated the educational outcomes data. Over the next 3 years, the program impacted the lives of students and staff. Esther Latta is a graduate of Davis High and is now a social worker at the UC Davis Medical Center.
I came from a migrant background. My parents never went to school. My mom learned to read and write, but it was, maybe first, second grade in a village in Mexico. My dad did not ever learn to read. I took the basic classes. No teacher ever told me I could go beyond that. There were some teachers that actually, when I graduated, encouraged me to apply to work at Lucky's and things like that, so I wouldn't have to work in the field.
Her daughter, Amanda, was one of the scholars in the program.
When she entered her first English honors class, Amanda felt that the first day the teacher looked at her different, that the teacher made it a point to verify that she was in the right class.
In a similar incident, a Davis High counselor came into Amanda's PE class to help students research their college choices.
Amanda starts researching Berkeley, and the counselor comes to her and says, "Wait, what are you doing?" And she said, "Well, I'm looking at UC Berkeley and UCLA." And the counselor said, "Wait, but don't you know that those are schools that are really hard to get into?" And Amanda said, "Yeah, I did know that. And, that's kind of why I want to go there, because I do want to be really challenged." The counselor still kind of did not believe her and said, "Wait, well, what math are you taking? Well, what English are you taking?" Still not believing that she would qualify to go to these universities. And she said, "Listen, my parents have gone to college. I know what UCs require. My dad works in UC Davis, and so I want to research UC Berkeley." And as she walked away, Amanda just felt no longer kind of taken back by what had just happened, but more, upset. She was a little angry that this had happened again. They were not really looking at a Latina student who was a high achiever as a student with great potential. They were really looking at her the same way they looked at me.
With the help of CSJ, Amanda came to understand why others sometimes held low expectations of her. Amanda was elected by her peers to serve as student body liaison to the school board. She graduated from Davis High and is currently a student at UC Berkeley.
To be given the power to know how to channel my anger and know how to channel my determination was, one of the greatest gifts anybody could give me.
It has changed the way she sees the problem and the way that she wants to be involved with the problem. She wants to be part of the solution to the problem now.
Theater has an incredibly powerful voice.
Gwyneth Bruce is an English and drama teacher at Davis High and is director of the drama department.
When I first got this job, and for a very long time, I felt that my job was to put on the most artistic, excellent productions I could. That was my job. That was my mission. Then I went to the Youth in Focus presentation and I went, whoa, I'm way out of whack. None of my student board understood what the problem was. They didn't see a problem because they were all white. They didn't see a problem. And another woman gave me amazing advice. She said, it's lovely that you do colorblind casting, but you also do very Eurocentric pieces.
Bruce recruited a more diverse group of students to the drama department. The autumn following the Scholar's 2004 presentation, she produced Songs of Ourselves, a compilation of folktales from diverse cultural backgrounds.
So in November of 2004, I have this critical mass of students of every color and every social strata at Davis High excited about the drama department. And I know that I have a very small window with those kids to do something fun and amazing. And I decided to go for it and write our own show. My wonderful student who'd been with me, this was her third year, it was her senior year. She had a great investment in what was happening with the season, with what shows I picked. And she said, you've already done something for them. Now let's move on and do our very wonderful white show that you promised us. And I said, no. If you can't live with this, then I need you to go do something else. I need you not to talk bad about it, but I am going to do this. And it was scary. It was very scary because I hate confrontation and I hate butting heads with people I love. But it was something that I couldn't deny.